Arrived. Look at the giant butterfly.
It's not a giant butterfly, it's probably a moth.
Oh, a moth. It's dancing here. Oi, boy. Hi. Hey, he seems so chill. Or she, I don't know.
He is a Thomas Leaf monkey. And rule number one,
Yeah.
when you are around wildlife, you have to maintain distance. Because you
That's
don't
true.
know-
So, I should start with you. Right, Nala?
Yeah, start with me.
Yeah, okay.
Maintain at least 10 meters distance.
Perfect.
Widih, 2 orang. Yuk.
But mostly the people who stay here having a good life. I mean, like
Okay.
because
They have money.
It's kind of expensive to stay here
Mm.
for Indonesian people in general.
So you are rich, Naila. No, you work here. That's different. So basically, this is the touristic side, and then tomorrow we will go to.
The village where I have my school.
Okay, perfect. So I can take some lesson too, right, Naila?
Yes.
I,
Lesson
I have a lot to learn.
how to be a decent human.
A decent human. Pizza?
Yeah, the pizza here is good.
Yeah, the pizza is good here. No doubt about that.
Giger, ya ampun. Sabar kak. Hah? Enggak mau makan?
Mau makan?
Iya.
Oh, boleh.
On this menu, Naila, it's say Western favorite, and there is the Bukit Lawang pizza. Best pizza of my life.
Oh my god, no
No,
doubt.
it's Indonesian delight. Let's see, this one.
Aku orang Bukit Lawang loh, Tunjang Lawang. Sebetulnya nggak pakai gula.
Mana tak?
Makasih, Beb.
Makasih.
And I give you mud sambal.
Oh,
Yeah.
grazie.
Ih, kok
Oke,
kayak gitu?
please.
Diskriminasi. They do discriminations to me. Why
Why?
do they give you more sambal than me?
Because I'm white,
Exactly.
I'm a man, and this is enough, I guess.
There is rice inside of this. They put it inside of the banana leaves and grill it.
This is chicken, this is,
Vegetable and sambal.
and this is soya sauce,
Sweet soya sauce.
sweet soya sauce.
But with sambal, like you can see the chili here.
Let's go to take a walk around.
It's not raining.
If it's not rainy, we're going to get a tropical hurricane, Naila.
Always say good good stuff.
Mhm.
So good things will happen. Good energy.
Oh my god, I don't have this kind of attitude.
We can
Yeah,
actually reclaim it. Reclaim
Reclaim.
your positivity.
my positivity
Let's
toward life.
restore it. Restore.
Oh look, so full of monkey here and there, plus you.
My family.
It's really your family. What, Naila?
This is one of my favorite flower here.
Your verit?
Smells my favorite flower.
Verit. What is verit?
Favorite. Favorite. Favorite.
Ah,
Favorite.
favorite. Preferito in Italia. Speak Italian, Naila. I don't know. It smells funny.
No, it smells good.
It smells funny.
It smells good. Oh, come
Yeah,
on.
probably something it's different from for girls. Naila! So Naila, let's go to explore.
Yay!
Don't fake the happiness. I know that you are incredibly happy to be with me, but let's not exaggerate, right? So, where we are going? Oh, this way.
Trust the guide.
The guide. Ah,
You already got bitten?
got malaria. Like 1 hour ago, it was really full of monkey here. around. Let's try to check some trees. So maybe.
Oh my god. I'm going to kill you.
This is Arabic, yeah.
La
Oh,
ilaha
it's a
illallah.
mosque. A lot of people are having a bath here. I'm observing the hobbies.
The local people how to spend their time here. So they go to vlog, enjoy.
Ah, okay, so all the local people here. What?
Why am I following you? Why am I following you? You try to lead the way.
Clearly, it's my fault, right, Naila?
Exactly.
As often, as
Yes.
as often, or
Admit it.
as always.
As always.
Do you want a T-shirt?
Oh no, I'm not taking
Embrace
this is
the
embrace
diversity. Oh my god,
diversity.
it's so
Look
politically correct.
How important the message that I'm trying to send to the world.
Wow, it's kind of dirty here. Yeah.
Why everything it feels like racing when I'm walking with you?
It's beautiful, this place. You want to lose me in the cave, right, Naila? That was the plan?
Why are you reading my mind?
Hi.
Tak jual lah sini ya kan, dia nggak datang ke Timbang Lawan datang kemari dia.
Some of my students.
Ah, you're a student? Wow. They live here?
No.
So, no, in the
No.
village. Okay, so they are chilling here today.
Like, what are you doing here? Why are you not in the village?
Hello.
You started and when I
Hi.
Hey, mister!
What we are smelling?
Just have a good talk with the plant.
Better than the one that you have with me?
We're not with a jerk.
With the jerk. I'm not a jerk, Naila.
Keep telling that to yourself. It's pretty. All these
Oh,
trees.
yeah. It's your friend now? Or what's the name of your new friend? New plant friend?
You don't have to know the name. You just
Okay.
need to connect from the heart.
This is so avatar. Look how beautiful is this spot. Jack's bar. Yeah? Sure. Our beer is colder than your mother-in-law. Ah, look at this wood shop
Isn't it pretty?
made to order. Since when Bukit Lawang touristic area exists here?
Gunung Leuser National Park is one of the very first national park throughout Indonesia. It started to be open on, I think, 80s
Oh, okay.
and start developing as a orangutan rehabilitation center here, Sinj. This rehabilitation center was established here the first time by a Swiss-based organization, and then it's been going on until 2000 and around 2000, and then the rehabilitation center closed down, and then it continued to become an ecotourism area around this place through the platform. So that's how people who wants to see the orangutan, they can come here. Like was a feeding platform around here. Feeding platform means that they pretty much call the orangutan and feed them, which was very bad because it doesn't encourage their wild behavior. So they're becoming very dependent for human for food.
Okay.
And that's creating another problem. So that's another reason why the rehabilitation center of orangutan here closed down, because the purpose of rehabilitation center is pretty much to bring back their natural behavior. And having a constant contact with human doesn't help with anything, and it's actually driving it worse. So that's why this area closed down and the rehabilitation center moved to a different place. Right now it's simply all the ecotourism purposes.
Okay, thanks for this lesson, for this short documentary, Naila.
Oh, I'm suddenly sound very professional.
When you say
Tourism.
ecotourism,
So that means how we can create this, like concept that the people who live next to the forest can still get something, like without cutting down the forest, as a solutions to protect the area itself. People who lived here before the ecotourism, most of them working as illegal logger, like cutting down the trees and sell the woods. But this is protected forest, like the animal actually rely on the woods, on the trees that pretty much growing on this forest, so it needs to be protected. But then with this ecotourism, it's pretty much providing solutions for the local community, indigenous community. But then in the development, it causes many different problems too, because like ecotourism can be mass tourism too. Imagine like you go to the forest, every single meters, all you can see are people, human. So that means like many people come here and have a contact with the animal, and it change the behavior of the animal too. And you cannot control the people. Like here in this national park area, it is about like 2,000 hectares, and it's a huge area, right? So the national park rangers cannot control the practice, and mostly it leads to the irresponsible activities such as the illegal feeding of the animal, and that creates another conflict, because that means you try to teach them again to depend on you, whether they are wild animal. They're supposed to live as wild in the forest. We need to respect them as they are and not changing them to something that they don't know, which is depending to human. So that's part of the work that we're doing here.
Hello. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Hello.
Yeah, just say hi, and she was like, "Where the hell have you been? Why everybody likes to touch my hand?"
Because you are short, so that's the first thing that they...
So usually, if you want to do the trekking or to see the orangutan, we have to cross the river with a rubber boat, and then like step into that building, bought the tickets, and get into the forest. But because of the flash flood again on 2012, so after the 2006, there's another flash flood, which was recently in 2012, if I wasn't mistaken. But it was pure water, so it's pretty much only destroying this area that very close to the water only, like this area was destroyed. But because it's pure water, it doesn't bring huge damage. On 2006, the flash flood was really bad. It was also because it carried rock, like I told you, and strong possibility there's some people actually like illegal cutting down of the forest on the top.
Okay.
That's why it's like
Yeah. But think about it, with a parking lot of full of concrete. You don't have anymore the problem of flooding. There is no more water.
No, no.
You resolve it.
Over my dead body.
So this is the
We can continue it, but considering that it's dark, so I don't think it's a good idea. But we probably can stop in my friend's bar and have a drink.
Oh yeah, we can.
Uy, ini yang sakit dulu ya kan? Jangan ada.
Here, see? Yeah. Bintang is Indonesian.
Yeah, Indonesian beer.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what bintang mean, yeah?
Star.
Star.
So I stayed here a lot. And when lucu koi adik nih.
Hey.
I used to live here, that's my house.
Oh, this one.
When the children start go to school, you know, we are prepared to move in town. I used to live here before a long time ago.
Okay, before.
When we have our first two children, we still live here. But when the children getting bigger and start go to school,
Yeah.
so I think it's better for them to live in town. Yeah?
Well, nice to meet you.
Okay, thank you, Alessandro.
Thank you.
Maybe see you around.
It could be. It could be. So your friend is national, you say?
National Park Rangers.
Okay.
So I've been working with him for years and years. So we're basically an old friend.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
What you like to drink? Coffee or tea? Or do you want bintang? Anyway.
Cheers, man. Cheers.
Penting nggak bang gitu ya kan?
Agak gelas.
Tahu nggak?
Tigers are really rare now here, right?
Yes, yes. Quite different. I never made face to face, you know. I never. The track, yes. I made many times the track. Tiger food. But I never made face to face. But I don't really want. But 11.
Yeah, I didn't really want.
We're going to go to the forest with a guide named Wisnu, which he is also the national park rangers. So his
Okay.
experience working for like more than almost 2 decades, and he also part of the rehabilitation of the orangutan as well. So he is a well experienced, well knowledge, amazing guy that we will have learn together with.
Okay.
From his
Thank you for this commercial ad. Let's go. Here is the man, Wisnu.
Hi.
Hi. Naila.
What? What's with that energy, Naila?
Naila.
That's the man, Wisnu. Naila. Siapa? Dalam. Di mana?
Di batas.
So this is rubber? No.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is the latex. So it comes from the resin of the tree, and then they type it like this, and it drops here, and they're going to collect it after that. And it's very sustainable because they only take this, and once this is healed, they're going to move to the other part.
Okay.
So that's why it's very sustainable.
Look at her. Look. So we are going to check the orangutan, but jungle is on the other side.
Yeah.
Because the orangutan sometimes they don't only live inside of the forest only, but they actually live on the buffer zone, which is right next to the forest.
Oh.
That's why the buffer zone is as equally important as the forest itself. Iya, si Ai bang nggak hilang-hilang itunya kan. Makin digituin makin ini besar kepalanya.
Here we are, Naila.
Here we are.
What is that? Coconut?
Yes.
This was strong. This was really strong. But one of your friend died because of the lightning.
One up is it's dead.
Ah.
One up by lightning.
Ah.
And more than 2 or 3 when my friend is doing patrol, so get lightning.
Okay.
Orang David apa?
3 rangers got lightning strike. One of them died.
They are do nothing. They just stay at the campsite,
Waiting for the rain
waiting
to stop.
for the rain stop and then the lightning.
Came.
Brother, she's one of the owner.
She's the owner.
the daughter.
She's the owner. Hi.
The daughter of the owner. Drink coffee.
I just hate it. Nah, yang gitu-gitu bang, kalau putih itu menunjukkan bahwa this is still the private land, the area,
Okay.
and that one is the national park area, which is protected.
The gate.
You need permission, like permit, in order to get into the national park.
They are chilling, or it's one, two.
They're eating the tree bark. Remember?
They are eating.
The tree bark. So like the skin.
Okay,
The skin from the tree.
I've got it.
Yeah.
Look at him or her.
It's a her. What? Okay, step back. Always maintain the distance with the orangutan. So the arms is like way longer, can be up to 2 meters. So the arms are very strong and even longer than their whole of body. Once like this is the mating season, so the female and male will travel together until the female gets pregnant, and they're going to separate, and the mother will stay with the baby at least minimum 3 to 8 years. In average, one orangutan baby, the offspring, is actually in every 8 years. So that's why they are one of the very slow breeding mammals.
Here is the boss.
Yeah. So lucky you, man.
Huh?
Lucky you. At
Lucky
least
me.
You find the orangutan
Yeah.
because I mean when we come to the jungle, it's not
It's random.
random. So if you meet someone like you are really lucky. Because I've been tracked for many times. Sometimes no one, even
During
monkeys.
the rehabilitation, Wisnu is one of the rangers that often work with the orangutan in
Yeah.
the rehabilitation center and feed the orangutan in the morning and the afternoon, 2 times in a day.
So I was orangutan keeper.
Oh, orangutan keeper.
Yeah.
See, really high. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3.
You can see that.
See the baby? It's like screaming.
Yeah.
I don't know, or maybe crying.
Wow. So we cannot say this completely wild orangutan. We actually call this as a semi-wild because they get used to humans so much. If you talk about the real wild orangutan, every time they see human, they run away. They got scared of human very much.
Okay.
But this one, they hang around, like chill with the attendance of human. So that shows that they are semi-wild. It's crunchy.
It's bitter or sweet?
Doesn't taste anything.
It doesn't taste anything.
It's a bit bitter. Like always the fruit of the forest. Like the forest fruit, they're not sugary. So it's different than the domestic fruit that we usually consume. It's like all sugary, juicy. It's not. That's why it's like really balanced. The best one for the animal, for the wildlife, because it's not sugary. Like it supports their life. So that's why illegal feeding, it's not helping.
Okay, stop screaming, Naila.
If you really want to know, the screaming a lot, come to my house in the morning. Like what I told you before, the best alarm clock.
Your wife, the alarm clock. It's for observation.
There is canopy bridge, but it's
Useless
broken.
It's a broken bridge.
Broken because the string is break by the big tree.
Ah, okay.
In that corner, the big tree like fell off,
Oh.
break the string. So
Okay.
it's not really good. I'm not
So we can go?
No. Too dangerous, man.
I'm happy because I'm having the mango, and this mango is planted directly by Wisnu. So this is like the mangoes that he grew on his house.
Oh, it smells good.
Special.
I can smell heaven here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the dragon fruit.
Yeah.
Look at this, jungle chef. Jungle chef.
Yes, I am.
Manis banget.
Boy dah.
Ini asam.
Hey, it's so chill.
So he's probably the outcast of his group because usually pigtail macaque, long-tailed macaque, they are in a group. So considering that he's quite big, we call this as like a male dominant. So I assume that he was the head of his group before, but another male taken over his position and he got kicked out.
The outsider.
Male, hurt, fragile, deeply male right now. The humidity, you can finally see it. it shows the healthy ecosystem. I don't think that we can see much things anymore because it's like rainy and cloudy and kind of cold. So even the animals right now, they are nesting
Oh,
and get themselves warm.
seems
We can try.
seems fair.
One of the biggest and oldest tree is down there. Yeah. More than 100 years, probably 200.
More than I think.
Yeah, more than probably 200. That species we call it
Damar.
damar. It's one of the species of dipterocarp.
Yeah.
We're going to think like what are we going to do? What's the plan?
Okay.
Because first of all, I think that the rain is not going to stop.
Yeah.
Second, all of the animals already nesting because of the weather situations.
We carry it back.
So I think that we should return.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah,
we're going to possibility we're going to travel into the bigger rain.
Absolutely. So let's go back.
Okay. So try this leaf.
Should I eat?
Yes. Trust me. Just trust me.
Oh, it's so weird.
In a good way or in a bad way?
In a weird way.
It's a good way. It's like tastes
No,
like
I mean,
sour
it's like-
apple.
It's sour
Sour apple, right?
and kind of sweet.
That's why the orangutan and other monkeys, they like to eat the young leaves because somehow it actually tastes really good.
Diarrhea? No?
It's even better. It's
Ah, it's
herbal.
better.
It's good for your
Good.
stomach.
Nice.
Bidan
Habis
itu
it.
Yo.
keturunan yang Bang Ijol Nasution. Apa? Nasution apa itu? Ade, istri Bang Ijol tadi Bu Ade, sembilan kembaran.
So we are going back. And then we go to the village.
I have called my team. They're now trying to get a motorbike to pick us up from here. And we're going to ride with motorbike to the village.
So 2 motorbike.
Tenang, Le, tenang.
Good.
Pulang ya, Bu.
Boy, bala boy. It's one.
How long via motorbike? 30 minutes?
15 minutes. 15 minutes.
15? Okay.
50.
50.
Mana kita?
2 days.
50, 50.
2 days.
To this.
Are you tired, Naila?
Not tired. I am the most energetic place.
You?
Yeah, because it's in my forest, so it's my best place to be. You see how beautiful it is, admit it.
I admit.
Yeah, there you go.
I was expecting something like, I'm not tired, I'm tired of you.
Oh, okay, I'll take that. I'm not tired, I'm tired of you.
And with this we can close. Yeah.